Hello and welcome, Lynx here, and it is of course time for more of Chronotopia second skin. Another day on the farm for Kionna. Let's see how this goes. If she actually gained some knowledge after one day. If we can make some ridiculous choices again. Hopefully. The next morning, Flo had once again to shake away the princess who was sleeping soundly. Don't tell me that you're going to make a scene every single day! But I'm still sleepy. The residents of the Donkey Kingdom leave their wares up during the night like owls. It will explain a whole lot. I belong there then. For the love of God, don't go back to sleep already. What on earth have I done to pick up such a sleepyhead? The young farmer eventually managed to drag Kionna out her bedding, but it was not without a fight. Sore and in a daze, the heiress half-heartedly engaged in her morning ritual under the impatient eye of her comrade. Good, now that you're finally awake, we can start on the thorough house cleaning. Help me collect all the pieces of cloth. With an energetic grip, the teenager was unhooking all the linen in the shack, while the princess was shyly piling them up in a huge basket. Perfect! Follow me, we're going to pick up some branches to use them as some makeshift brooms. You do not have any? More precisely, we don't have a broom anymore. And contrary to what Donkey Kingdom folks do, we can't call on some fairy or some imp to get rid of the dirt for us. Once the branches were selected, the young woman used them to dust the shack's ground. Kionna did not fail to complain nonetheless. My back is hurting. Those branches are too short and force me to bend down. We're almost done. One last push, donkey skin. Very well, very well. Flo slipped away and came back with some herbs as a young... I would like to attack for complaining, but at the same time... that kind of makeshift... maybe not really, because back in the day I guess it was done like that, but... that Bram... might be adjusted to height of Flo. So yeah, I mean... Kionna would be in a basically position that is not really good. Yeah, I'm not gonna attack her for complaining right now because of, I think, a reason I explained correctly here. Anywho, Flo slipped away and came back with some herbs as the young Moor was finishing sweeping. To her biggest surprise, the farmer started to throw a few handfuls throughout the house. What you doing? Is this a pagan rite? No, I'm using bug-repelling plants to fill the room with their scent. It spares you from waking up with swarming insects in your hair. You see what I mean? Our cat already takes care of the mice. Kionna looked disgusted as she was imaging the display and swore to memorize the herbs in question so that she would never be confronted with those insects. And now? Come outside, we're going to get ash from the fireplace and scrub the laundry with it. The princess covered the clothing with powder before vigorously polishing them as she was asked. Oh, this is extremely exhausting. And yet we have just started. Afterwards we'll have to rinse and wring them. And you do this kind of things every day? I wash the laundry pretty regularly. And I also do house cleaning with my mother. You know that woman's ability to keep her abode clean is a well-appreciated quality, right? If you don't want other farmers to make fun of you, better try your hardest. Once the washing was scoured, Flo took hold of wooden paddles and the two girls carried the basket together. After traveling a certain distance, they reached a little stream not far from the farm. The weather is quite good, perfect for us. What is the purpose of these things? You'll see.
Much to Kionna's surprise, the farmer formed a pan with the soaked laundry, grabbed a paddle and hit it with all her might, splashing water all around her.
But why are you hitting her clothes? To wash them, of course. Alright, take one and come help me.
Puzzled at first, it did not take long for the young Moor to play along and cheerfully strike this innocent pile of clothing. Being able to let off steam made this chore way more fun than she had expected.
Yeah?
This did not elude Flo, who thought it right to splash water in her direction. Kionna would normally have been offended by her good mood, made her respond in kind, and the serious activity quickly turned to a battle. Each one was trying her best to spray the other until they both became breathless.
Yeah?
I mean, it's good to see that they became friends, basically. Tools they joyfully brought... They both... Stop. Pause. Reset. Go. Tools they joyfully brought the laundry back to the farm and sat down to eat a well-deserved meal, identical to the one they had the day before.
Whew. I did not think that doing laundry could be so back-breaking. All chores are wearing, you know. Besides, we only wash all our clothes every 2 months.
Oh boy.
Even so, that is still a lot for a single person. Do you not receive a little help from time to time? It does happen, but we really have the resources to pay other farmers. And we cannot make them work for us without compensation. They too have a farm to tend to after all. I see. Your family would rather keep their distance. To be honest, it's quite the opposite. I'm the one who usually gets hired elsewhere during the harvest season. It's not much, but it allows me to earn a bit of money. How courageous of you.
Flo gazed at the sky with a wistful look.
It's nothing to do with bravery. I'm just trying to follow my sister's example. Back in the day, she was the one helping the other farmers during harvest while my brother and I stayed with our parents. When she died, I sought to pick up the torch. But I will certainly not be able to do it this year. Why is that? In the past, we tended to farm all together and we're very efficient, enough to expound the parcels or raise more animals. However, the number of people fit for work kept decreasing over the years. Admittedly, it means that we have less mouths to feed, but inevitably less hands to help too.
Okay, I mean, that's an interesting way to look at it, yeah. Someone should show it to all the freaking companies around the world. Who are like... More work! Less hands! That's how it should be. Also lower pay. Anywho.
Do you regret those days? I would be lying if I said otherwise. I love to play with my little brother Pauline, run the tall grass, build 3 horses. He had always been fragile and would eat ever a little. One exceptionally stark winter, we lost part of our stock because of a fire, and we had to endure hunger, the one that doesn't go away. He could not cope. Famine carried him off. I tried to convince myself that there was nothing I could do, but it still gave me a shock. And then life resumed its course until my big sister Evite contracted the smallpox. Variola. My god, I think I have heard of it. It's a disease that kills 1 out of 3 people, according to the village's healer. Contagious with death. To avoid every last one of us becoming infected, we had to entrust her to the church for some time.
Oh. No.
In the hope that she would get better. When I think back now, she must have believed that we were abandoning her.
I mean, that's what it means to get... Yeah. With church? Yeah.
Yet I frequently went to the nuns to inquire about her. Unfortunately, her condition never improved. That is dreadful. In truth, it's probably better that way. Those who manage to escape smallpox are often disfigured. I know if Elvite would have been able to cope with a pockmarked face for the rest of her life. And at least she is not suffering anymore.
Flo shook her head to dry the tears gathering at the corner of her eye.
What am I saying? It's no time to feel sorry for myself. All they wanted to say was that they died one after the other. When Azelmi was injured, I got really scared, but in the end he's alright. It could have been worse. I just hope that he'll recover. It's difficult to tend to the farm with only 2 of us working.
Kionna felt infinitely sad for the little farmer. Despite only knowing Flo since very recently, it was breaking her heart to see such a young child carry all the weight of her family on her frail shoulders. She would say something, find the right words to comfort her, but none came out, so she clumsily put one hand on Fleur's red head and stroked her hair. Fleur refused to look in her eyes, probably out of reserve, but she did not reject her. After sniffing a bit, the farmer stood up and declared with her voice as reassuring as possible.
Well, anyway, we still have to wring that laundry. Will you please help me, Donkey Skin?
Smiling, Kionna took the hand Flo was holding out to her.
Of course.
Of course. In order to drain away the water that soaked the clothings, the 2 girls wrapped them around a wooden pole before tugging with all their strength. Once the wringing was done, they hung the sheets on the grass so they could dry in the sun.
Are you sure they're not going to fly away, Flo? There isn't enough wind for that today. However, we shouldn't go too far.
It's because of thieves. It's because of wild boars. I don't think thieves would be after clothes of farmers. Also, we're in a... Holy crap, I'm sleepy again. Oh! Anyway, sorry about yawning. It's tough days. Let's go boars, I think. Right? Flo, good thought. Too bad that there was an option with lions. I mean, I would go with lions if we could. Flo, get oft.
Boars have better things to do than getting our laundry dirty. I was rather thinking about thieves.
Fuck. Why would thieves want your clothes for? No offense, but still.
We've been robbed of a sheet before and cloth is very precious, so can afford to lose another one.
Whatever. You know what? On the other hand, I guess Kionna making wrong assumption makes sense. Kionna sucked in a charmed way, which only incited the farmer to tease her more. KKK.
You really have to show me the Donkey Kingdom around one day. I'd be curious to find out how people live there.
There's nothing extraordinary about it. Flo suddenly got back on her feet and stretched out boisterously.
You know, Donkey Skin, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not telling these fanciful stories on purpose just to entertain me, to cheer me up.
The princess looked away.
Speaking of boars, I'm going to have to leave you to it for a short time. I'd like to pick up some fruits in forest while it's still daytime. Could you wait for me?
Kionna, who was drained and aging, did not need much persuading. She had bad memories of her escape from the castle and really did not want to stumble in a mood again, or even prick herself with nettles. She's dead, guys. As she was contemplating Flora's bag gradually walk away, she abruptly found herself thinking about Nahima. The young farmer acted a bit like her in the way she reprimanded and teased her. I don't remember the teasing, but okay. Since she only ever had a trusting relationship with her lady-in-waiting, the princess pondered. Was that... Oh, that's her title, okay. Was it... I will forget that it's lady-in-waiting. Was it that is to make friends with someone? Yeah. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be like that?
I wonder what Nahima is doing right now.
The sky was unable to answer. The following morning. No, we are not ending the episode yet. Kionna was dragged out of her bedding as unceremoniously as in previous days. Whoa, it's darker, isn't it?
Get up, Donkey Skin!
Yeah.
Today's the Lord's Day. We must stand mass together. You wouldn't want to miss that, would ya?
Yeah, yes, I would. How How are you saying I would not want to miss a date like that? Of course I would absolutely love to miss a date like that. Actually, I couldn't care less. You can tell that I don't acknowledge, like, church in a positive way, by the way, now that I think about it. You can. We should tax them, by the way. Churches should be taxed. I don't know what people in the politics are waiting for. Tax them. God damn it. Anyway. Despite having... Oh, that explains also the darkness around still. Imagine having to wake up on a Sunday to go to the mass at whatever, 6 AM. I do believe it's like that. Like, that sounds so dumb. Offense intended in this case, to be honest. Despite having her mind stray at the edge of sleep, the maiden arose instantly. It was crucial for a good Christian, not me, to fulfill their obligations. Right. Sorry, but if you are telling me I have to get up at 6 AM to go to church, I'm not going to. I don't care. And the new life she was leading had made her forget this fundamental practice. Also, any other hour, I also don't care. I don't. Anyway. It was all it took to urge her to get ready. After a few minutes, the family finally set off. Indeed, their closest church was located beyond the hills, a solid hour of walk from the farm. Ow! Once they arrived at their destination, Kionna was genuinely impressed by the number of farmers who had made the trip. She discreetly whispered in Floor's ear.
Is it always like that? The crowd, you mean? Absolutely. The weekly mass is a prerequisite.
Remember Saint Maker? Now this is the vibes we are getting here once entering. Accustomed to Christian rites since childhood, the princess had no problem following the sequence of chants. Yet she was not entirely comfortable due to all the insistent looks around her. Her skin aroused curiosity and disgust among those who noticed it. It is therefore relieved that she left the church accompanied by Anselmi and Huguette.
Where did Fleur go? She may have made a detour to the graveyard. I'm sure she likes to meditate there.
Ghost sister and brother, right?
But unfortunately, the weather seems to be taking a turn for the worse. We should not linger if we want to avoid the rain.
Give Flo some privacy. Offer to go look for her. Are we close enough? By now? Let's go. Risk it for the biscuit.
Do not worry, I'll look for her at once.
Thank you, Donkey Skill. That's very nice of you.
Everyone will be calling her that now. Damn. Kionna walked around the church at a determined pace, and eventually caught sight of the young farmer crouching before a tombstone. She slowly approached but stopped at the last moment. Should she disturb her friend during her meditation?
Yes? Sorry for interrupting your prayer, but your parents are looking for you. It appears that the storm is brewing and they would like us to leave as soon as possible. I'm almost done.
Yeah, I mean, as I expected. The princess took a look at the names engraved in stone. She did not need to decipher them to understand who had been buried here. Flu suddenly broke the silence.
This is my brother and sister's grave. As you must have already guessed. How strange, even for a believer. I can accept that God would leave us in solitude.
Let us not forget. God, if God is out there and whatever, He's the creator of all the diseases as well. Just saying. Just saying.
What do you mean? If God exists, why does He not give us a sign?
Well, about that, Floor. Anyway.
I don't ask for much. I know I'll never see them again, but if I could at least rest assured that they are indeed in heaven, that they are happy where they are. I do not have an answer. Perhaps we are simply unable to grasp what God is trying to accomplish, and He knows it all too well. Do you mean that He thinks it's not worth explaining it to us? Probably. Or he's...
I'm about to say it. Or he's just an asshole. Who knows? We will either find out in the future or not. Who knows? I'm with that belief, you know. Just live a good life. Complain about church. And at the very end of it, we'll see where it is. You know, we'll see. Maybe there is nothing, right? Who knows? Basically, what I'm getting at is just, you know, try to live a normal, decent life. Try to be a good person. And that's it. Anywho. Also, let's not forget, I would say, like, people who are, like, overly supportive of the church and so on, right? You know what I mean? Like, what would be the word to describe something like someone like that? What's worse than enthusiast? Enthusiast, but in a bad way. My God, why did it word? Why did this word slip my mind now? Basically, what I'm getting at. Let's get at it, because for some reason I can't remember the word now, which is weird. I also don't remember in my language now. Basically, that enthusiast in a wrong way, right? About the church. If you dig into the info a bit, they are the biggest sinners. So, you know. Why did I say that? Dude, I was thinking about that one word and everything slipped out of my mind now. Whatever. Game giving the freaking religious topic inside? Dangerous. Very dangerous. Because, you know, whether I like it or not, I will definitely be able to attack that a little bit, at least. Anywho.
It's unfair. I'm willing to understand.
Oh, also, yeah, basically, well, whatever we'll be having at the end, well, be it.
If only he could answer my prayers. Sometimes I'm not sure I believe in him anymore.
I mean, I would say it's fair to don't believe. Why wouldn't it be, to be honest?
Really? I cannot accept that innocent people are suffering and dying while scoundrels are growing richer and living lavishly.
Yeah?
The church says that in heaven the reverse happens, that the poor partake of the table of the Lord. I would simply like to be sure of it.
Let's not forget what you just said also. You are saying that scoundrels are growing richer and living lavishly. That also is what, like, priests are and so on. If you think about it, like, they have for some reason a ridiculous amount of money. Suspicious, isn't it? Could it be that the poor partake of the table of the Lord would be like a lie? Dude, I'm attacking again! Anywho, once again, Kionna did not know how to answer. The young girl could not accept the death of her siblings nor fate's sentence. I mean, dude, understandable. How could she have judged her for that? She had fled to escape her own fate. The brother was younger than Flo, right? Yeah, and sister was a bit older. I would imagine that the sister was like 17 when she died, or 16 or something like that. Basically not adult yet. That sucks, like literally sucks. Basically kids dying sucks. The topic of that is crazy. Maybe, no, let's not drift, let's not. But that sucks basically, anywho. Okay, let's get back, let's go. The two maidens walked back to meet Anselmi and Huguette, who were waiting for them near a Calvary.
I'm ready, let's go.
Unfortunately, Anselm's predictions came true as the sky. Until then, Azure Blue didn't take long to get covered with clouds, and the heavens opened. The little group had to hurry and barricade themselves in the farm. Soaked to the bones, they hanged their clothes near the fire and sat down at the table. Once they ate their gruel, they had to bow to the evidence. The storm was going to last the whole day, forcing them to stay coped up inside. Unless...
In the end, it's not a bad thing since it's forbidden to work on Sundays. I just hope the sun will come back tomorrow.
What do you usually do when the weather is inclement? We play dice, we tell stories, we play music, nothing fancy.
There will be no story today. My back is killing me. Absolutely need to lie down.
Oh no, that's what I love the most. I enjoyed the tale from the last time so much. The one with the lumberjack and the blood sausage. I would have loved to hear other stories as funny as that one.
Realizing Flora's disappointment, Kionna tried to put a smile back on her face and offered to replace Huguette. Meanwhile, we will read about the ridiculous wishes. Oh. Oh. I wonder if those two are the representative, are supposed to represent our... Not our, Fleur's parents here. The Ridiculous Wishes, 1693, is another of Charles Perrault's first fairy tales. Using a humorous approach, it is also an acerbic satire of the masses and their simple-mindedness. A lumberjack, unhappy about his state of poverty, complains about the cruelty of fate when a magical apparition visits him and promises to grant 3 of his wishes. Overjoyed, he returns home and relays his adventure to his wife, who suggests he take some time to think about it. But the man is so hungry that he instinctively wishes to be able to eat some blood sausage. What an idiot. Upon seeing the food come into existence, the wife gets quite rightly worked up and laments this waste. Yeah? Annoyed, the lumberjack then wishes, out of anger, that the blood sausage dangled under her nose. The bad deed is obviously immediate and the woman bursts into tears because she would rather stay farmer than become rich with a blood sausage in place of her nose. This last wish is used to restore her to her normal state. Oh my god. Dude, literally wasted all the wishes. What a dude. I mean, the last one makes sense, but still wasted all of them. Realizing Flo's disappointment, Kionna tried to put a smile back on their face and offered to replace Huguette. Ooh. At first, the young girls did not take her very seriously.
Are you going to tell me how people live in the Donkey Kingdom? Better than that.
The princess then decided to narrate marvelous tales she had learned and thus knew by heart. Legends full of valiant knights, beautiful princesses, terrifying sorceresses, magical monsters, deadly triumphs, and artifacts with outrageous powers. Like the whistle? Little by little, Flo became captivated by Kionna's talent as a storyteller and begged for even more stories.
You know so many things, Donkey Skin. Are you sure that you don't come from an enchanted kingdom?
Kionna chuckled, amused.
I know you'd like that very much, but I'm no sorceress. You could be a cursed princess in exile. I'm only a donkey skin. I wish I could live all these adventures, but I'll never be a princess. Why not? A pauperess like me doesn't have the makings of a true lady. You know, anyone can become a princess as long as they possess the necessary attributes. If you are wise, good, and virtuous, then you already have the heart of a princess. Oh, really?
Flo's eyes were sparkling with excitement like a little girl who had been promised a toy. Kionna took unabashed pride in explaining her these kinds of things, for she had held her status in high regard. In her eyes, a princess had to follow a certain moral code that was, in the end, equally important as money itself, and she took great pleasure in sharing it. However, as princessy as she was, the young Moor was not yet finished with farm work, which she will have to get to in the next episode. Yeah, let's end for today. We'll continue tomorrow. We will probably still have a lot to do here on the farm. A lot more to learn and so on. And by that I mean Kionna. Still for, I think she's slowly getting accustomed to the place. And we'll see how it all goes. For now, let's end it as I mentioned. The game is linked in the description, of course. You can get it on Steam. And that's it. That's it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Consider liking, subscribing. Always appreciate it, even though I really don't like saying that, but whatever. What I do not mind saying at all for is hope you have a wonderful day. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow.